I tried to get better in all aspects. Stronger, faster, um, just all around game. Um, it's a lot of stuff that I could work on. I'm not a polished player all the way. I'm still trying to be, as great as I can for my team to help us win games. So, I try to work on it all. More cuts, just everything in my game I tried to get better at, and I think I did that.
With the regular season now 17 games, does anything change for you in training camp in terms of previously when it was 16 games, or what potentially might be your preseason game workload and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, preseason workload, no, I don't. That's up to the coaches. Whenever my number called, I'm here to deliver. And all year, that's whenever they call my number, I'm gonna deliver. So if it's 18 games, 17 games, whatever, how many games it is, it's my job to be available for this team to help us win football games. So I'm gonna work my tail off, all training camp, take care of my body, and do the right things to be available for this team.
On that offensive line this year, for somebody who's going to be running behind these guys, how do you approach going into camp of learning, how it's going to work in protection and things like that?
Just giving them as much confidence that they can, going into training camp, and from day one, like today, it's the start of something new for this team. And those young guys, I've been there in that position. So just giving them confidence that they can, play at this high level. You're not here by mistake. You're here for a reason. And just giving them that edge and just letting them go play freely. And that's the type of teammate I am. I'm gonna do some things to help them create confidence. And that's my job as a runner. To give my offensive line as much confidence as I can. So, I'm gonna try to do that as much as I can as training camp.
There's not much downtime for a pro athlete anymore. You're working all year round. How do you mentally and physically set the reset button for training camp now that you're getting to be a veteran?
Yeah, I enjoyed my off season. I took a few vacations, and when you get to year 5, you just kind of kick into that mode. I think it's different for a young guy that hasn't played in the NFL, trying to adapt to being in training camp and being at the facility all day. So, me, I just kind of kick in that mode, and it's time to play ball. I've been missing it, and I think that's what get me over the edge, just missing ball, just missing putting them pads on, miss being in front of the fans. And, I see we got fans out here, so that's a plus. So that kind of kicked me in gear right there, knowing we got fans that come out here and support us, and my family is like my backbone. So that kind of helped me reset and get things going.
News when Rick Dennison decided to move into the senior offensive advisor role. I know run game coordinator that affects you directly. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Coach Dennison is a great coach. He came in day one as true leader, and him taking that role, he's still on the staff, so he's still with us. And Coach Phil and all of them, it's gonna be fun working with those guys. It's kind of like the same thing. Coach Dennison always let Phil do what he do, and it's just not Phil. Phil could be loud as he want now, and they did a great job of putting this staff together. I think we got a great group of coaches, and I'm just looking forward to working with Phil a little more. And we brought in Coach Steele. I think he's a great coach, and just looking into his background. And so I think we got a great staff, so we should be pretty good. And he's still with us, so that's the great part about it.
You touched upon the fans being back. Eric Kendrick said a minute ago he thinks they're even going to be louder and more obnoxious this year, a year away. Would you kind of concur with that, and what are your expectations?
I can, because they're anxious to watch some football, and face to face, in person. It's been a year off, and last year was a roller coaster year. So to have them back and for them to be back, I know it's going to be fun for them. So. We're going to make it as exciting as we can and try to win as much football games as we can, and how the bank as loud as we can have it. So, all the fans, let's go.
And did you give any consideration to changing your number?
I'm number 4 at heart, but number 33 is I love that number. Minnesota gave me an opportunity. That's the number I came in with. So, I'm riding with it, and let's go get it done.
Dalvin, if Dennison didn't stay, would that have been just another hole to deal with? Like, how happy were you that there is consistency? Because it would have been totally different. I know Alexander Madison was on social media saying he didn't want to see him go. How important was that for them to work that out?
Yeah, I think Alex was coming from, when you build a relationship with a person, it's always hard to see a person leave. But I think, he built a great foundation here to we know exactly how the blueprint is supposed to be. So, like I said, we got some great coaches, and Coach Kennedy Palomalu and Phil and all those guys. And we got Clint as our OC. He knows exactly how it's supposed to be done from his dad. So, we got a great offensive staff, and they know the blueprint to get this thing done. So it's really not too much of a difference. But we just love his presence being around, and we just glad he stayed with us.
About Simone Biles withdrawing from the Olympics, citing mental health reasons. And I know a lot of people think, well, you're the GOAT, you should be able to constantly perform in clutch situations. And it's not just in gymnastics. How do you feel like this type of conversation is going to expand to football, to other sports, just about athletes like you? You train your entire life for something, and then if something doesn't go planned in the moment.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a sense of disappointment and not letting people down. I think, mental health is like one of the things that go unnoticed for a lot of athletes, for a majority of the athletes. And, for her to do that, I think it was great for her to take a step back and just, focus on herself for once. And I think it goes unnoticed because, we try to please a lot of people. We gotta go out here on Sundays, we gotta work hard, take care of our body, do a lot of things, and that can kind of go unnoticed. And, if you're not healthy in the mind, your body's not gonna, compete at a high level. And I think that's what she was getting at. She's not in the right state of mind. So, I'm not gonna put myself out there to get hurt or do anything like that. So, she need to take as much time as she can and get where she need to be at. I'm praying for her, and I take that very serious. I talk to my family members a lot, my brothers and sisters, about mental health and checking up on them and doing stuff like that, because people can kind of hide things a lot and try to be bigger than the moment or be bigger than a lot of things and not focus on themselves a lot of times. So, we praying for her, and I hope she get back to being who she is.